The Missouri National Guard one-on-one. Missouri National Guard, always ready, always there.
All right, it is for sure a bittersweet day here on the campus of the University of Missouri as our athletic director, my boss, a guy I've known for a long time, Mike Alden, announced he's stepping away, and it's July, right, or August?
It's going to be August, yeah, the end of August 2015, yes.
And I know you went through a lot of kind of the hows and whys in your press conferences, your press conference earlier. But what are your emotions like as you have made this decision public and you head towards the end of August?
You know, it's been a real roller coaster. I think in emotions they go up and down and up and down. I have a friend of mine that said, Mike, his name is Gary Forsey, and Gary said, Mike, you know, you're going to watch yourself because you're going to go through a lot of emotions here. You know, sometimes you're going to be really excited, other times you're going to be, you know, kind of sad. It's kind of bittersweet. But they've been kind of on the roller coaster. But the last couple of days probably been a little bit more challenging as you kind of finally come to the conclusion.
And the why is a lot more simple than I think a lot of people expected. People think that there are lots of factors in play here, but this just sounds like it was a really personal decision with you and your family, and what you feel like you should do right now.
You know, it is, Ben. This is Rocky and Jake and I. We've seen this as really kind of part of our journey. You know, we've been at Mizzou almost 2 decades in this role almost 2 decades, but some of the things that we believe in and our faith and other things just led us to the conclusion that, hey, this is a great opportunity. Mizzou athletics is probably in as good a shape maybe as it's ever been before. The SEC has been a tremendous move for us as a league. We feel good about this as a family. It gives me an opportunity to redirect my energies towards another passion that I have, which is teaching and certainly leadership and servant leadership in particular. So it is a personal decision, but something that we really felt was part of our journey, and our faith kind of directed us in that way.
When you took this job in the summer of '98, and I say this as someone who grew up here. My family moved here in 1984. I was a freshman at Mizzou in 2000, but Mizzou was a great place, but seemed pretty content with the status quo if we go back to '98. And how much of what you tried to do here from day one was, you know, really trying to push the place to get better and gain investments from others and make this place grow into what it is now, which is 35,000 students and all that.
You know, I think that there's a lot of effort. There's been a lot of heavy lifting, not only by me, but by a lot of people. A book that's written by Jim Collins talks about, you know, going from being good to great. You know, they talk about how do you get a flywheel, which is a really difficult thing to kind of get moving in a direction. But once you can get that thing moving in a positive direction, then all of a sudden good things are going to start to take place. So with all that being said, it wasn't just me. It was a lot of people that knew there was a lot of heavy lifting that needed to take place early. We got a number of people that got on board. We had student athletes that were committed to that, coaches that were committed to that, and it certainly took a lot of, and it still takes a lot of effort, but at least it got us into a position now where I think our athletic program's in a little bit different place than it was 17 years ago.
And as you transition into this next phase and you look at this athletic department and really this university, there's so much potential. What are some of the areas for potential growth and improvement that you see that are maybe right there that we're going to see coming up here real quick?
Well, I think in athletics, specifically that we're talking about at Mizzou, I think those growth areas that you're going to see, there's no reason why I don't think we should eclipse, let's say, for example, that magic number of 50,000 season tickets for football. That's an example, right? We've gotten to 46 or 47,000, but we need, that to me, that's not only from a revenue standpoint, I think from a statement standpoint, there are only several schools or X amount of schools in the country that can say that. I think the expansion of the Tiger Scholarship Fund, the more that we present our brand nationally, the more that our alums and our fans and everything get involved, no matter what it is, $50 or whatever per year to the annual fund, that's a huge thing. I think that area is ripe right now to really grow on. I think finally, the multimedia rights world and what we do in college athletics has become so dominant in a lot of things that take place, not only for exposure, but from revenue generation. And I think with our move to the SEC, our ability to be able to look at that, to be able to see what we can do to enhance that, I think those 3 areas are great opportunities for advancement for Mizzou.
It's emotional and sad, but you seem pretty happy too.
I don't know about I'm more at peace, and I'm excited. I really am excited to be teaching. I love working with students. I'm very excited with regards to the global effort that we're going to try to do with this Center for Leadership and Learning. I'm very excited about those opportunities and to be involved in that and to follow my passion. To me, that's very excited. But I'm really kind of at peace with that, and to me, that puts us all in a good place.
Well, all I can do as a native of this place and a guy who's known you for a while, graduate from here, is thank you for everything you've done, and still a few more things to do before the end of August, right?
Yeah, we got a few more things to do. Not a problem. We're still going to keep moving on. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here and doing a lot of other things. And for the time being, I'll continue to be the director of athletics until I identify the next person.
Mike, thanks. And of course, I think it goes without saying, good luck with everything.
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it.
Mike Alden, I think we've only got a few more of these left probably here on the Mizzou Network, but as always, we appreciate his time.